I'm going to call the meeting of June 9th, 2016 to order. Vin, take the roll call, please.
Deputy Mayor Garofalo.
Here.
Council members Achara.
Here.
Long.
Here.
Shephaka.
Here.
And Mayor Siciliano.
Here, everybody please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, and then please remain standing for a moment of silent prayer thereafter. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Welcome, everybody, and thank you all for being here tonight. All right, the notice requirement of the Open Public Meeting Act for this meeting has been satisfied. A copy of the notice was sent to the Asbury Park Press, Coaster, posted in Town Hall, and filed in the office of the Municipal Clerk on December 29th, 2015. There are two fire exits, one to my right, take you out to the main parking lot, one to my left will take you out to the rear. If you have a cell phone, now's the time to turn it off. If you need to make a call, kindly go out into the hallway. We don't want those things going off in the middle. Tonight we're going to have the honor of doing a swearing-in ceremony of a captain, but before we do, we're just going to get a couple council reports and then we're going to come down. I'll start with Deputy Mayor Garofalo. You have anything for us?
I don't have a report, but I do have an appeal. I know we have a lot of very good-natured people in town. I'm going to ask you, please, stop feeding the wildlife in town. I'm going to give you 3 reasons to stop. I know you all think you're doing good things by feeding the deer and the squirrels and everything. But 1, it takes wildlife out of their natural habitat, brings them into yards. They're more likely to get hit by cars. They're doing damage to lawns. 2, you're attracting vermin into residential areas. Rats, mice, squirrels, chipmunks. And 3, when you feed wildlife, especially deer, you shorten their gestation period and they're more likely to have twins, which increases the problem. Let nature run its course. Enjoy them, look at them, but please stop feeding wildlife.
Somebody's been in your backyard. I get it. Okay. Point taken. Donna, you have anything?
Yes, I do. We canceled our Memorial Day parade, and we are going to do something with the parade on July 3rd. I'm not 100% sure as to how it's going to be or at what time yet, but the fireworks are going to be at 9:30 on July 3rd. We're going to open up like we always do for a picnic at 6 o'clock. The parade will make an announcement over the weekend as to exactly when it will be and what the route will be for the parade. But we will be having a parade, and anybody interested, get in touch with me.
Great, thank you. Rich, you have anything for us tonight?
Yes, Mayor, short report on a forum that I attended with Chief Peters on Thursday, May 19th at the Jersey Shore Medical Center. That forum was held with its topic, opioid addiction. I am going to give you just some of the information that was shared at that particular forum. Was discussed by the members of the panel, which included the Governor of New Jersey. There is an expansion of the state's prescription monitoring program, if I understand it correctly, and the Chief can correct me if I'm incorrect, but I think this is an attempt to see exactly how many prescriptions for opioid medication are being given by certain doctors. I think this is an attempt by the law enforcement community to try to find out who these doctors are when some of these unfortunate individuals that are addicted go doctor shopping and they find out who is most likely to give a prescription for some opioid medication. It was also pointed out at this particular forum that the Mid-State Correctional Facility, which is one of our prisons in New Jersey, will be dedicated exclusively as a licensed drug treatment center. There were no particulars pointed out at this forum, but it's going to be a licensed drug treatment center, and it's not going to be used anymore, as I understand it, as a prison. And the other item that was brought up was the fact that the individuals that are attempting recovery, and I've made it known to the public at large on a number of occasions. I have a son who is a recovering heroin addict. One of the most important things that we have to try to do with these individuals is connect them with what are called recovery coaches. Because without that one-to-one mentoring, if you will, a lot of these unfortunate individuals just go back to their use of heroin. So that's all I have on that report.
Great, Rich. Very good. Thank you. Rob?
Yes, Mr. Mayor. Fortunate enough to attend the Italian American Association Township of Ocean ceremonies last night. They had a scholarship dinner, and there were 12 recipients, 3 of which were from the Township of Ocean. I'd like to say that having been there with Rich Long and Bill Garofalo, and Donna, I apologize. Sorry, Donna. Sorry. That the students are just incredible as far as their ability, not only academically, but from their abilities to handle extracurricular activities, athletics, community, volunteer, just amazing off the charts. So all of those deserved a great deal of credit. Italian American Association this year contributed over $24,000 in scholarships. So kudos to the town for coming out to things like the Italian American Festival in support of those scholarships. So kudos to the group.
Great. Thanks, Rob. Andrew?
Just wanted to congratulate Vinny on the start of his tenure as the president of the International Institute of Municipal Clerks. He was sworn in the week before Memorial Day in Omaha, and also acknowledge the write-up in the League of Municipalities magazine.
I saw. Yeah, Ben. Congratulations. We have royalty here.
Talk to my wife.
Marty will save your report for after with the COA and anything else that anybody may have legal.
The only thing I would also like to congratulate
You can.
and I would also like to congratulate our former mayor, William Larkin,
Yeah.
and the renaming of Colonial Terrace Golf Course, the William F. Larkin Golf Course at Colonial Terrace, or more for quick reference, Larkin Links.
Awesome. Great, thank you. Yeah, we did that. Actually, we had a ceremony for Bill on Saturday, which is great, because Bill was instrumental in preserving the golf course for us at a time when there was real estate predators out there looking to buy up just almost anything and everything. And so if not for Bill, that certainly would have been an overcrowded development. So that was our way of thanking him for that, plus his years of service. Also wanted to mention, we did also have, excuse me, 2 Saturdays ago, the Mayor's Ball, which was for 2 local charities. Very successful. We had over 250 people attending. It was at Deal Golf and Country Club. Raised over $50,000 for the local charity, so it was great success, and so we want to continue doing that. It's going to be held every 2 years, and we'll keep you guys posted. Okay, as soon as I catch my throat back here, we're going to come on down and do a very special presentation. Oh, no. Had to clear out the cobwebs. Before I call up the chief, wanted to point out something. Come on over, guys. So tonight we're going to swear in a captain. And so I want you to think about this for a moment. When we put out, or when the chief looks for the fill a position here in Town Hall for an officer or another patrolman or whatever, it's not uncommon for him to get over 100 applicants for that position. And that says something. A, Ocean's a great town to work in. People want to work here. We have a great force. And B, we get, consequently out of that, we get the cream of the crop, top of the class. Think about that, right? And they go through these applications, and there's hundreds of them. He has to actually assign a team to do it. And it's an arduous tour. It's a big task, really. But think of it going forward. So we get the top of the class. We get 1 to 2 usually out of the academy. Guys are high degrees of college, top of their class there as well. UCLA, we get UConn, we have Seton Hall grads. You name it, we have them here. Think about them going now for a promotion in a competition. So now they're going to go for sergeant after they go through several steps to even get there. And they go through all the work to try to be a sergeant. They take the test, and there's a mental part, there's a physical part, and there's a written part, all these components to it. And they're competing with these guys that came out of the academy with them. High level. And it's not uncommon not to get it on the first crack. They don't always come out successful, and they try and try again. Now they go for lieutenant. Again, you got the same field of competition. These guys all want it bad. And they go through the same rigors of trying to get to that next promotion, that next step, after they've completed the sergeant step. And then they go on to captain. So what I'm trying to say is, I'm not going to minimize this. This is a big honor tonight. We're actually swearing in a captain, a guy who went through some tremendous hurdles to get there, a lot of competition along the way, and to the point where Not only does the chief do an evaluation, he gets outside help. I mean, it's a big deal. So I want you guys to understand and appreciate what we're doing here tonight. And we're really honored to have Captain Michael Sorrentino with us tonight, being sworn in. So I'm going to bring the chief up, and he's going to fill in the pieces that I may have left off, because I'm sure there's much more work to it than that. Chief Peters.
Thank you, Mayor. It seems like we're here about every other week with something, whether we hire somebody or promote something. So it's been a good year here for the Ocean Township Police Department. I appreciate your kind words, Mr. Mayor. Tonight, yes, we are here to swear in Mike Sorrentino, our new captain. He effectively became the captain on May 6th, so I put him on a little audition, which he passed because we're here tonight. And we're going to do the ceremonial swearing in tonight. Mike started with us in 1997. He's a 20-year veteran. Oddly enough, he started as a parking enforcement officer, which in that time frame we were kind of experimenting with, and we ran that a couple of years. Obviously, he excelled from that to the position of police officer. Mike has a degree from Monmouth University. Through that time, Mike was in the patrol division. First 8 years or so of his career, he moved on to, at that time we had our local emergency response team, or SWAT. Mike was a part of that. We then went to a county system around 2000, 2001. Mike immediately went to that team. Mike was promoted to sergeant in 2008. He also made his way in the county emergency response team from a responder to a team leader, which is very tough to do. It's a lot of training. In 2013, Mike became lieutenant. And from there, he joined our staff because I took over in 12, so we were kind of rebuilding the police department staff. And in 2015, we had a shuffle. I did some reassignments, kind of unexpected retirement, and Mike had to take the big load on, which was going from his position in the Patrol Bureau over to administration to take over our reaccreditation. That in itself was a big feat. Obviously, he came in and kind of in the middle of it, did a fantastic job. As a matter of fact, today, at about 10, 11 a.m. this morning, we were out in South Brunswick for the Accreditation Commission hearing. So we had our on-site back on March 13 and 14. We did good with it. They recommended us, but that's not the final part of receiving accreditation. We have to actually be voted on and approved by a commission that's led by the New Jersey State Association of Chiefs of Police. And at this commission hearing today, they basically put you up on a firing squad and ask us several questions about what was reported in the on-site, some of the things that are going on in the police department right now, some of the things that are going to happen in the future of the police department. So I'm very proud and happy to say we did very well with that. Mike did have to answer a bunch of questions. He did okay, because if he didn't, we wouldn't be here tonight. So anyway, with that being said, I'm going to bring up Mike up to the front of the room at this time. I'll ask Tracy and the kids to come up. We'll do the swearing in. Tracy, you hold the Bible, please.
Yep. Okay, we got everybody in there? All right. Captain, repeat after me. I, Michael Sorrentino,
I, Michael Sorrentino,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution
and the
of
Constitution
the State of New Jersey,
of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the same
and
and to the governments established in the United States
to the governments established in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
I do further solemnly swear
I do further solemnly swear
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties
perform all the duties
of the position of captain
of the position of captain
for the Township of Ocean Police Department
for the Township of Ocean Police Department
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. So we're going to turn it over to our new captain, and again, not to minimize that position, it was a struggle to get here, as the chief had told you how he came through the ranks. And to all you folks out there that came up and you're going for a sergeant or you're going for a lieutenant, keep going. You guys are great. You're the cream of the crop, and we're glad you're here. We're very proud to have you on our force. Without any further ado, Captain Michael Sorrentino.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Chief. I just want to thank my wife, my children, my family. it's a rough job, working shift work and dealing with it for 20 years. You miss birthdays, you miss holidays, but I want to thank them for all the support and the support of everybody from the department, from Mozart, from the county SWAT team, and Mayor, Council, thank you.
Well deserved. Thank you. Take some pictures, Mike? Don't run away. Captain, we gotta get you in here, a couple of shots. Stop it in, boys. Anybody in the front row, if any shrapnel goes flying, we're not responsible. It's a good picture. Okay, we're going to return back to the dais, and if the rest of you want to sit around and listen to our business, you're welcome to, or we'll take a short recess and give you an opportunity to get home and watch Double Jeopardy.
You weren't able to be heard.
Okay, we're back in session.
I know.
So, tonight, the purpose of this public portion is solely to ask questions, understand resolutions and vouchers that appear on the agenda, and is not an occasion for a public hearing on an ordinance. All questions not related to an item on this agenda should be asked during the public comments portion at the conclusion of the meeting. Anybody have anything that's on the consent agenda, vouchers, come on up to the microphone, state your name and address for the record. Mr. Geiger, you're up.
Don Geiger, 1108 Grassmere. Let's start with the voucher list.
Do we have one tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. It's only 10 million and change. What do you got, Don?
Yeah, that's nothing really.
The 8 cents.
Just help me understand, it was paid to all risk, sewer backup, Wayside Park, and this is RPRS. 19,000. What was all that all about?
Heck of a
I mean, I
call.
know what a backup sewer is, but
Well, this was one that probably festered over the winter.
Okay.
We didn't realize it until we went to open it for the spring. And it was basically required almost a complete rehabilitation of the interior.
okay. Not a replacement or just rehab?
A little bit of both.
A little bit of both. Okay.
But you need to know, at that Wayside Park, we renamed the bathroom. It's going to be called the Don Stein Memorial.
Okay.
We were trying to get name him something after Don, so we're going to do the bathroom.
That's fine by me.
I'm kidding, everybody. We're not doing that.
And just, I see where ANJEC and their dues. What is that exactly?
And Jack Dews?
It's the Association of New Jersey Environmental Commissions.
Ah, okay. And then right underneath it, some more plumbing issues. It says SS, which I hope doesn't mean where my head went.
Oh, boy.
Jail fixture, then jail cell for $6,304.
Well, they were inspected by the state a few years ago, and they gave us a whole list of renovations that we needed to do. So we're just keeping everything in compliance.
Well, glad to hear that. No, seriously. And then I think you've told me this, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Banish Associates, professional planning services for...
That part of our affordable housing litigation.
Yeah, that's what I thought, but I had forgotten. So you have to understand. Senior moments. And then, I don't know, Mr. Brennan, hotel, I could have lent you a sleeping bag and a pump tent. I mean, hey.
I appreciate the offer.
Yeah, I know. Just kidding. If you can kid me, I can kid you. On C period, U period, E period incorporated, clear urethane snow plows, how many? For $8,785.56.
Those are 6.
6.
Yep.
That's not cheap, but then, oh well.
We want the job done right.
And then, almost the tail end of page 1, concept professionals, audio visual services for Board of Education. Is that for the entire period, one session?
No, those are for the special meetings we had for the Board of Adjustment at the high school.
Oh, those, okay. All right, moving right along on page 2. Gramco Business Communications, Samsung, wireless microphone for here somewhere.
Right there. Right where
You're
talking
using
about.
it.
If you want $1 contribution,
Yeah, everybody who uses it has to pay for the device.
okay, a 50. Can I pay $1 now and $1 later? And I know you've told me this before, but forgive me. I'm too many things running around this noggin. Granicus monthly bills.
Granicus.
Well, whatever.
That's okay. Just want to get it right for.
The record.
That's for the software we use for
Oh, okay,
the
yeah.
agenda
Not-
preparation and the website.
Again, you have to forgive me.
It's fine.
It's just had a lot on my mind. And then further on down, IACP membership. Looks like just for one person. It says Police Department membership, APP, Gifford.
That's
Yeah,
our captain.
it's for the International Chiefs Association. We do allow the captains to be in that as well.
Okay.
So Captain Gifford
Okay.
is a member.
And then, if it's water incorporated, calibration, chemical controls, my guess is that's for the pool?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm gonna throw in a general question, I know there's no bills on it. Is the pool and the other rec activities at least breaking even?
Yes.
And are they sort of carrying the golf course?
More than carrying the golf course.
Okay.
I'm going to say something. Our pool club
Yeah,
out earns Lock Harbor Beach.
and that's a good thing.
That's a very good thing.
All right, just was curious, because I've asked about the golf course, and I'd rather see it, even though it's losing money, to use as a golf course than someone deciding I'm going to develop it. So I just want to say that. And then this is interesting, JN Supplies. It looks like it's a Piranha hose. I mean, there's something dangerous about that. And it's /77 hose.
It's public works equipment, but I can get the
That's
details on it.
okay. But I'm looking at it, Piranha. Okay. And then I see Jessie got some very good, she deserves the best accommodations. Because she got a special award today. Vince will tell you about it later.
Okay.
It looked like a crown.
Yes, it was. And then there's another CMC Academy classes right underneath that.
Certified municipal clerk classes.
Okay. Locally or?
No, those were taken at the conference.
Okay. And now to the next page, Lester Glenn Ford. Ford Interceptor Police, repair work, I'm guessing?
Yes.
Okay. And, well, I'm guessing it was so involved that our garage couldn't do it, or,
Occasionally they do run into something where they would prefer to have it done by the dealership.
okay, that's fine. All right. Now, in fact, it's just gonna, to Association Chiefs of Police, the captain's promotional exam. Is that just for monitoring it, the exam?
Where are you at now, Don?
New Jersey State Association Chiefs of Police, Police Department Captain's Promotional Exam, $26.25. And I don't mean $26.25.
No, as the mayor had mentioned, they do these assessments where they'll actually come in and they'll put the candidates through different scenarios.
Okay, so that's basically paying for
those individuals
that
for their
process.
time. Right.
Okay,
Yeah, as you go up the ladder,
it gets harder.
Yeah, it does, and have outside help doing the evaluation, so you get a true snapshot as opposed to somebody that you've served with for 20, 30 years.
No.
It's great to have that.
It's
It's a great resource, very
non-biased
well worth it.
I
Yes.
think. I've been in front of promotion boards myself, so I.
So you know the guy who I can't stop talking about, but they really earn it. They really do
Yeah.
on merit.
And then, okay, Ocean Township Auto Body, remove old decals for some reason on police department cars. How many, do you know offhand?
That was for 4 vehicles.
Okay, that must have been really hard to remove, but anyway. And then it has, I guess it's pronounced Pesci, LLC seminar registration. Was that a webinar type thing? And
It was training for the counselors at Human Services. It was for
Okay.
3 people to go.
okay, but is it a webinar or actually a live person?
Live person.
Okay. better than dead person. And then Quality Auto Glass, Dodge Durango window, would that be covered by our insurance or not?
That, it'll get turned into our insurance. I don't know what the status is in terms of the reimbursement on that. It might, I don't know if
Okay.
it's gonna be below the deductible or not.
Okay. And then, Shred It. They got rid of some hard drive, destroyed them. Offhand, do you know how many?
I don't.
Okay. That's all right. I did it. Yep. And nothing on that page. Okay. Now that I'm done with that, let me move on to a couple questions on the resolutions. Mainly, if I skim read it, so I could be wrong, it does happen at least 15 times a day.
Okay.
On 16107C. In the quick skim read, it looked like we're getting $60,000 for some grant, hopefully. And then we're gonna kick in $207, almost $208,000. Am I understanding that correctly?
Yes.
Okay,
That grant, as long as we keep the force above a certain level, I think it's 59 officers or 58 officers, we are eligible for this grant funding.
okay.
So, but those are the additional costs for those 2 officers that are covered by this grant.
Okay, so that's the costs for the.
Yeah, we're going to have that cost regardless of whether we get the grant. So the 60,000 just helps defray a portion of that overall
Okay,
cost.
okay, now that makes more sense. And then 16109, both A and B. Let's start with the maintenance. Is that cost, whatever it is, recoverable somehow, some way,
By
hopefully?
lien.
Yes.
Okay, and the same with the demolition. Sorry,
Yes.
that's right. Okay, and I think, I'm not sure, let me just double check my notes. That's all, folks.
Okay. Thank you. Anybody else on resolutions or vouchers? Come on up to the microphone, state your name and address for the record. Seeing or hearing no one, we'll move on. So tonight we have the consent agenda minutes for the May 12th workshop and public meeting. Someone please offer.
Offer.
Second.
Second.
Deputy Mayor Garofalo.
Yes.
Council members Achara.
Yes.
Long.
Yes.
Shepherd.
Yes.
And Mayor Siciliano.
Yes, and we have resolutions 16106 through 16112. Someone please offer.
Offer.
Second.
Deputy Mayor Garofalo.
Yes.
Council members Achara.
Yes.
Long.
Yes.
Shepherd.
Yes.
And Mayor Siciliano.
Yes, and for individual action, we have vouchers in the amount of $10,110,268.08. Someone please offer.
Offer.
Second.
Deputy Mayor Garofalo.
Yes.
Council members Achara.
Yes.
Long.
Yes.
Shepherd.
Yes.
And Mayor Siciliano.
Yes. For resolutions tonight, we have 16110, state in compliance with promulgation of local finance board of the state of New Jersey, accepting the 2015 annual audit of the Township of Ocean. And I'm going to let Deputy Mayor Garofalo just tell you just what that meant. Bill, would you care to?
Well, basically, the council has reviewed the audit. We had an exit conference. The mayor and myself both attended. It's the audit of the finance department and all the finances of the town. We once again got a very clean bill of health. There were no comments. It was a qualified audit, which is a good thing. And it again shows the professionalism of our finance office and actually virtually everybody who touches money in the township. And like I said at the meeting before, finance office and the courts are the only 2 parts of municipal government that are subject to an outside audit. So, for the years that I've been on council, to see such a really sterling performance by both entities has been a real source of pride to me. So,
Great. Thank you for the explanation. No corrective action is what it needs. And
corrective action, exactly.
someone please offer.
Offer.
Second.
Second.
Deputy Mayor Garofalo.
Yes.
Council members Achara.
Yes.
Long.
Yes.
Shepherd.
Yes.
And Mayor Siciliano.
Yes, 16113, authorize the tax collector to issue a refund due to an overpayment of taxes to the following property owners. A, Block 128, Lot 12, in the amount of $1,856.70, and B, Block 2505, Lot 10, in the amount of $1,697.11. Someone please offer.
Offer.
Second.
Second.
Deputy Mayor Garfala.
Yes.
Council members Achara.
Yes.
Long.
Yes.
Shepherd.
Yes.
And Mayor Siciliano.
Yes. 16-114, confirm the sale of a portion of Block 8, Lot 27 at a cost of $54,600 in accordance with NJSA 40-12-13B, Section 5. This is for a property at Old Farm Road, which backs up to a piece of the township property, and we actually sold that portion to the gentleman. Someone please offer.
I'll offer.
Second.
Second.
Deputy Mayor Garfala.
Yes.
Council members Achara.
Yes.
Long.
Yes.
Shepherd.
Yes.
And Mayor Siciliano.
Yes. 16-115, approve Chapter 159 budget amendment for the Clean Communities Grant 2016. Someone please offer.
I'll offer.
Second.
Second.
Deputy Mayor Garfala.
Yes.
Council members Achara.
Yes.
Long.
Yes.
Shepherd.
Yes.
And Mayor Siciliano.
Yes, 16-116, authorize the tax collector to issue refunds to those taxpayers who achieved a favorable state tax appeal judgment. Someone please offer.
I'll offer.
Second.
Second.
Deputy Mayor Garfala.
Yes.
Council members Achara.
Yes.
Long.
Yes.
Shepherd.
Yes.
And Mayor Siciliano.
Yes, 16-117, approve the continuance on the assessment installment payment plan for the property owner of Block 40.12, Lot 3, who has become delinquent for their assessment confirmed on March 10th, 2016. Someone please offer.
I'll offer.
Second.
Second.
Deputy Mayor Garfala.
Yes.
Council members Achara.
Yes.
Long.
Yes.
Shepherd.
Yes.
And Mayor Siciliano.
Yes, 16-118, authorize the Township of Ocean to waive of certain township fees in order to incentivize the renovation of vacant commercial structures. So, in other words, we're gonna go with a program, any of these commercial structures under 5,000 feet along the highway or anywhere in a commercial zone, and to try to get folks into, open up a business there, we're gonna waive some of our fees, electrical fees, plumbing inspection fees, and they could be upwards of, 500, 800,000, some cases $1,500. So, just a little something we're throwing out there on the vacant properties, anything that's been vacant over 6 months and it's under 5,000 square feet. Someone please offer.
I'll offer.
Second.
Before I second, I really have to credit the mayor for this. This
Yeah.
is an incentive to go out to the council. Hopefully, it'll help bring some more small businesses to town. So, good job, Chris.
Group
Second.
effort. Thank you. Second.
Deputy Mayor Garfala.
Yes.
Council members Achara.
Yes.
Long.
Yes.
Shepherd.
Yes.
And Mayor Siciliano.
Yes, and for tonight, for adoption, we have ordinance number 2272. Ben, would you read the title, please?
Sure, an ordinance amending and supplementing Chapter 7 of the revised general ordinances entitled Property Maintenance and Housing.
Could someone please open a public hearing on ordinance 2272?
Move to open a public meeting?
Second.
Second.
Deputy Mayor Garfala.
Yes.
Council members Achara.
Yes.
Long.
Yes.
Shepherd.
Yes.
And Mayor Siciliano.
Yes, anybody wishing to be heard on 2272, step up to the mic, state your name and address for the record. Seeing or hearing no one, someone please close the public hearing on 2272.
Motion to close the public hearing?
Second.
Second.
Deputy Mayor Garfala.
Yes.
Council members Achara.
Yes.
Long.
Yes.
Shepherd.
Yes.
And Mayor Siciliano.
Yes, action please on ordinance number 2272.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Deputy Mayor Garfala.
Yes.
Council members Achara.
Yes.
Long.
Yes.
Shepherd.
Yes.
And Mayor Siciliano.
Yes. Tonight for introduction, we have ordinance number 2273. Ben, would you read the title, please?
An ordinance providing for various capital improvements and the acquisition of capital equipment appropriating $2,499,375 and authorizing the issuance of $2,092,375 bonds or notes to furnish a portion of the cost.
Great, someone please introduce ordinance 2273.
Move to introduce ordinance 2273?
Great.
Second.
Deputy Mayor Garfala.
Yes.
Council members Achara.
Yes.
Long.
Yes.
Shepherd.
Yes.
And Mayor Siciliano.
Yes, they'll have its hearing on 6/23, the June 23rd meeting. Also for introduction, we have ordinance number 2275. Ben, would you read the title, please?
An ordinance amending and supplementing Chapter 21 in the Land Development Ordinance for the Township of Ocean for the purpose of renumbering certain sections.
Great, someone please offer and introduce 2275.
Move to introduce ordinance 2275, please.
Second.
Second.
Deputy Mayor Garfala.
Yes.
Council members Achara.
Yes.
Long.
Yes.
Shepherd.
Yes.
And Mayor Siciliano.
Yes, that too will have its public hearing on 6/23, the June 23rd meeting. Anybody have anything? Come on up to the microphone. Now's the time to talk to us. And Mr. Geiger, please.
Let's see. I may have to double check. I think I'm still Don Geiger.
I think you are.
Okay. Now that we got that settled, and I'm pretty sure I still live at 11 Home Grassmere Avenue.
That's a good thing.
It just what occurred to me was watching the interaction or lack thereof. You might want to consider equipping all the seats once they're sat in with little buzzers when someone doesn't respond promptly with a second
Well, for the record,
Yes.
I just noted that. I thought that was actually a introduction, not an adoption.
Oh,
So I thought
okay.
he was wrong, to be honest with you. I was corrected. but
I've been-
Okay.
That's why I held off.
Okay.
Right away they blame
I was
me,
sleeping.
Don.
Yeah, okay, Blake, well, it's all your fault.
Always. That's all right.
We rehearse from 5 to 7 every night.
You know what it is?
It actually worked well in the dress rehearsal.
I'm getting comfortable in my new chair. That's what happened. I'm sleeping over here.
Okay,
There's no more scotch tape on this one.
that's a good thing.
It's a very good thing.
And actually, I want to wish Councilwoman Shepherd, did I pronounce that right, Donna? And do you mind if I call you Donna, by the way?
No,
Okay. Better luck. I guess third time's the charm.
Hopefully.
That nothing will be rained out on
It's the
you.
second time.
Well, yeah, that's true, because you just moved off the clean sweep to another weekend. With that out of the way.
Okay.
Actually, I don't want to throw rocks at anyone. I still haven't got an answer, and it's just my innate curiosity, call it nosiness. How many tickets were issued just for distracted driving during that month-long push?
The cell phone thing.
Yeah, well,
The
I am
texting
distracted
driving,
driving,
it was-
texting,
Yeah.
doing your
Yeah,
nails.
I don't, did you get a report on it?
I did not. I will follow up with that and I'll get
Thank
in
you.
touch with you. Yep.
And also,
Don, just so you know, usually we'll get a report probably 60 days after the month closes out.
Oh, okay.
Because, they go through a process and then they verify the report also.
okay,
So they're not ready to give us something that closes on the 30th on the 2nd. We'll get the next month's report.
okay,
So, but we'll get it from Chief. He's very good about sending that.
okay.
Okay.
Okay. And also just, I know some work was done on the layer. When do you anticipate the paving to be done?
They are telling us it'll be done in July.
Okay.
Well, what happened is they had to put that new storm, I don't know if
Right,
you noticed that,
yeah,
and
I
they
noticed.
don't like to come in right after something like that and pave it because they're afraid of settling, so
Right.
To settle. Right?
they
Okay.
do want to give it a chance to
So,
settle.
okay, got that. And just a personal follow-up on BJ's, the potholes.
They will be doing the portion where it connects with Highway 35, that'll be done next week.
When
Okay.
it comes out.
And the portion that connects up to West Park Avenue will probably be done the week after that.
Yeah. And then for our illustrious, hello?
I'm still here.
Okay, yeah, just
Where'd I
checking.
go?
Barrister, the
Yes.
eminent,
Yes, that's me.
undescribable.
Many people have said that.
Well, there's adjectives for him. We just can't say them in public.
Anyway, I've been reading a little bit, which means I know absolutely nothing. The back and forth on the gap period for COA, however you want to call it.
Yeah.
What is your best guess on how that may or may not affect us, or you want to say it's up to the judge?
I think my best guess is I don't have a clue.
Okay.
He's guessed once before and he's shy.
It's one of these issues, it comes across my desk, I get, between all the COA stuff, every day on my computer, I get a couple of letter briefs and I review them and look at them and, sort of glaze over them. But I think we're waiting for the appellate division to come up with a decision on that.
Okay.
And then we'll see. I know that as a result, it's put off the trial a bit, but hopefully, in terms of ocean, it won't impact us too much based upon our, build out and the fact that we don't have that much land left to build out. So I don't know how that's gonna impact us.
Okay. And along with that,
Is this still
and
to me, barrister?
Yes,
I have to
Mr.
keep paying
Barrister.
attention? Okay, got it.
and they're two different cases, so it may not apply. I don't know if you've seen anything about the Tom's River case where the rabbi had services and other stuff in his home,
Sure.
as opposed to our yeshiva
Right.
thing. And there's also an article in the paper about it. That's still ongoing. Am I correct? Our yeshiva.
Our yeshiva case is ongoing in federal court. We have a hearing date scheduled for, I think, July 21st to determine whether or not the yeshiva will initially be allowed what's called a restraining order for some construction, which they're making application for. So we'll see what happens.
Okay. So I understand, restraining order on them or on us?
So to stop us, I guess, from impeding
stopping
their
them.
ability to
Okay.
construct the interior of the building.
Okay. Thank you very much, Your Eminence or attorneyship.
Go down one. Yeah.
Okay.
He won't get up,
King.
Morty.
You know what, it's too hard to get up, I can't get down.
Thank you, Don. Anybody else? Come on up to the microphone, state your name and address for the record. Susan?
All you, Susan.
Why'd you sit in the back, Susan?
Yeah.
The police?
No,
Oh.
it's not, has nothing to do with the police. Susan Boria, 39 Redwood Drive. In case I get a text that my dog is in need of me coming home.
Oh.
I don't want to disturb the rest of the group, so I sit in the
You have a
back.
dog that can text? That's amazing.
Yeah, she's very smart. She's very smart.
That's a good dog.
You
This
can,
is
you
too
can
tall
adjust, you
for
can
me.
adjust that one. It's a new one. It'll work at least 2 weeks.
I just wanted to give you feedback, if I may, on two issues. One is the Memorial Day ceremonies that I came to again this year. And I just wanted to say that they were fabulous.
Oh, thank you.
Better than they were the year before. Whoever suggested to turn the seating was a fabulous idea. I'm just floored that I didn't even think of it myself.
You know, comes with the territory. It was all Hank Klein. Had nothing to do with it.
And I also wanted to say I especially liked the including of the youth so much this year, more than years in the past, because I think it's very important for them to continue to hear and be involved with remembering freedom isn't free. And the other thing was, I've talked about this before, but I just had a recent experience again with the recycling center. I would just like to say that I've had a lot of experience going back to the days when the only thing you could recycle were the glass bottles, and you had to wash them, and you had to separate them by color, and then you had to drive them over a couple miles to someplace. So that's how far back I go with recycling centers. And this one here in Ocean Township is the best.
Great, that's good.
And I wanted to also just a special thank you to Tony and Corey,
Yep.
who were there, who helped me with
Big
some
stuff.
queen size mattress and box spring, getting that taken care
Yeah,
of.
they're
So,
very helpful there. That's good to know.
not only they're helpful, but the facility is just kept spotless, and it's just so easy to use. It's fabulous.
Great, thank you, Susan. You know, as to the Memorial Day service, that's one event that we really just let the veterans run the show there, and they do such a great job. And as you've seen, the speakers and everything, they just, and getting the children involved also was a big help, but they take that over, and it's a beautiful ceremony, it really is.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Mrs. Hudson? You can adjust that. Excuse me.
Barbara Hudson, 13 Mahar's Drive. Mr. Arbus, about Stop and Shop? Update.
Well, I mean, right now, there's a complaint filed, and we have an answer that will have to be filed within the next week or two, and then we'll proceed from there in terms of the litigation portion of it.
People ask me about the house that's being built on Whale Pond across from the park, and it's so large. Right? So, the fella is very wealthy. I always say, well, he wants to live in his community.
Right.
But that house is so large, so people are thinking, can it be a synagogue? I said, it can't be a synagogue because he's a member of that big thing. But someone said to me, is it going to be a school? So, I thought that was worth a question.
Application's in as single-family resident. I had the tour, and it's set up that way, so
So he's going to live in that.
he's gonna live there with his several
He
children.
lives across
and-
the street. It's Mr. Sacker, right?
Yeah, it's one of the Saka children, right.
Oh, one
So
of the
his
okay.
sister lives up the street, his mom and dad live around the corner, he lives in the neighborhood as well. And then he does have a, his oldest daughter's married with 2 children, they'll have an ensuite there as well.
Okay, all right. Well, there's a lot of curiosity about it.
Yeah, it's just, it's an enormous home, and
Yeah.
I probably get asked the same thing on a weekly basis, but it's still a house.
Okay. Well, it was the school that bothered me.
Yeah,
Well,
well, it's
could it
still a
be?
home.
All right. The other thing I should know, but I don't know what the clear cutting rules are. All right. So I'm thinking about the Toll Brothers appointment, which is very nice that they're working very hard. But the thing that bothers me is that we in our development, people come down our street and say, how beautiful that street is.
Mm.
Because our development way back when
Best
saved
one.
the big 100-year-old trees,
Yep.
you know? So, I mean, they are irreplaceable. And you don't have, this is going to be where the houses are much closer. So you're not going to save
Right.
as many trees. But can you, and because this is in the part where they're building the 75 home, it would be much more beautiful if they saved.
I guess the application is still before the planning board, so I don't want to say too much about it, but I think that's the place where they can say whether they can shape it any better or not. So, I know folks have been coming and they're gonna have their hearing again. And so come and see, I don't know, I
Well,
know,
they're making enormous,
Improvement.
accommodations.
Yeah, they're
Accommodations
trying
to
to work with
neighbors,
everybody, and
They're
it's-
doing,
I'll
it
say
seemed
it's
like
a-
a great group.
yeah, it's a great applicant to have.
Yeah.
I hope it all works out.
Right.
I think it
But
will.
they save those big trees. It's not only the environment, it's aesthetics.
No, of course, you
can't
try.
replace that. It looks so beautiful.
Yeah,
Because there's nothing that's beautiful in our neighborhood except those trees.
If it's
That's
possible,
not true. There are many beautiful people.
Yeah, and homes, yes.
But if at all
I mean, really,
they'll
that's
save
the
what
thing
they
that
can, I
catches
know that.
everybody's eye. Oh, how lovely.
yeah, I think they'll save whatever they can. I don't think they're just,
Well, they
Clear-cut
can't save them
mentality.
all, of
No,
course.
no,
but
if they
could
can-
save one for each
if
property, that would
it's
help.
possible,
Big trees.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, they are, may I?
go ahead.
They're saving the perimeter around the entire
That I know,
development. And if I got my numbers right and I'm close, there's 80-something acres there. They're only developing 21 of them. So they are leaving 60 acres untouched.
But what makes the difference is the trees on the street. You know,
They're staying.
Yeah, the street trees are
The
staying.
street trees are staying.
Oh, well, they are.
Yeah.
Almost
Oh.
work out.
Well, not within the development. Mrs.
Oh, no, I
Hudson
mean
means
within the
within the
development,
like
houses.
Mohoras and Coniston. Very nice how they laid that
Yeah.
out.
Oh, right.
Because they saved the big trees.
It was a different kind of construction too, back in 68, 69, when they built your development, one home at a time, and you had, 150 by 150 lots, et cetera. These cluster homes, it's a little different, I think, putting the utilities in, everything. So, like I said, I don't think they're bent on wiping everything out, but they're gonna do what's reasonable and what they can possibly save, they'll save, I'm sure of it.
Can be done,
Well, I'm sure they'll work on it.
and it's worth doing. That's the-
Absolutely. Thank you. Anybody else? Mr. Hudson, anything? We missed you.
She stalled long enough so you could get in on time.
No, I just wanted to get an update on our legal situation.
Mr.
Carey.
He'll recap for you.
Check the tape.
If we
You'll have
had
to go home and watch it.
No, I'm sure.
Okay.
Mr. Arbus, you wanna, okay.
Well,
Anything specific, Mr. Hudson, or are you okay with, that your wife had the report earlier?
Well, if you had the report on TV, I'll watch it.
Okay,
Marty did an outstanding job.
Okay, thank you.
yes, when I was awake.
okay. Anybody else? Well, I wanna thank you all again for coming and attending the meeting, and remember, we air twice a day at 10 a.m. and 7 p.m. on channel 22 if you have files, 77 if it's Cablevision. I make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Motion.
Second.
Deputy Mayor Garofalo.
Yes.
Council members Achara.
Yes.
Long.
Yes.
Shephaka.
Yes.
And Mayor Siciliano.
Yes, meeting adjourned. Thank you all for coming.